live. Oh, my
We
bad.
are live.
You didn't warn me.
I did not warn you.
It is hard not to just to sing along with that song, isn't it?
You love that song.
I do. I love most songs, but I really enjoy that song.
Okay, one of my favorite shows. Name that show. There's your first start. Hey, I'm Rita.
I'm Henry.
And we are a Dis Nerd's Life. We want to go ahead and start off today and thank Middle of the Magic Travel for being our sponsors. Thank you, Middle of the Magic Travel, the best Disney travel agency out there. So give us all kinds of love, Middle of the Magic Travel fans. And tonight we're very excited about our show. There's not a whole lot of Disney news going on out there.
You know, there really wasn't. Hold on a second.
Hey, Bridget.
Hold on a second. I'll let you keep talking what you're talking about, though.
Oh, okay. There wasn't a whole lot of Disney news. Henry usually researches all the Disney news for me and pulls that together. And really, most of the talk was about the Grand Destino.
You also had the Cove.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Over the Swan and Dolphin. That was just some new concept art was released on that.
Okay, but the Swan and Dolphin. Let's be honest here; they're not really Disney.
No, it's not. Listen, it was a slow week for Disney. Disney built a lot of things up for Destination D.
Yes.
Released all the information and went, whew, we're done for the year.
We do have some.
You do have some now dates on 2 closures that will be going on. Temporary closures.
Oh, absolutely.
Because of Tron being built. So you have the closure of the Tomorrowland Speedway.
Right.
Which will start the beginning of January and run till the middle of May.
Which is about right. I mean,
yes,
there are going to be some busy times in there when people are going to ride, but I think that's a good time for it to be closed. I think
that's probably a great time for it to be closed. Also, starting, well, unfortunately, tomorrow, if you're watching this live, if you're watching this on a recording, it has already happened. The train will be closed, and they do not have a reopen date on it.
Well, that's going to take a while. That's going to be
a lot longer. But
I know there's a big bonus.
There is a rarely able thing to do is they're going to actually park one of the rails, one of the trains up at the Main Street station, and you'll be able to get up there and get up close and personal and get some pictures with the rail. So if you've got a little one in the family that's a big train buff, like we have a little 4-year-old who
or
loves
a Dis nerd, because come on, Walt Disney loved his trains.
He did love his trains. So, you have a chance to actually get up there, get close on it. I don't know how much poking around they're going to let us do, but at least a little bit of climbing around on it and stuff. So, one of those really cool little things that you don't expect a lot of people to really be bombarding that area. So you can get up there pretty easily.
Yeah.
So
cool.
that and the other thing has little to do with Disney, but it is not from the Disney company. How about that? Let's go that.
Oh, okay.
There is a high-speed rail company down in Florida called Brightline, and they have just got the permission to start negotiating connecting Tampa to Universal and potentially even making a stop off at some part of Disney's property. So
I'd like to have a high-speed rail from where we're from to Atlanta.
Oh, wow. No. Hey, you know what? I'll take high-speed rail from Atlanta to Orlando.
Well, yeah, but let's just start a little bit smaller.
The small one? Okay.
Yeah, just get us to the airport, right?
But the thing...
High-speed rails. Hey, that was a Disney dream right there.
That's right. It's called the monorail.
Monorail.
But I mean, you think about it, you have the opportunity to... and it's going to go from Tampa to Orlando to Cocoa. Then connects all the way down, which gives you the opportunity for your land and sea packages become that much easier.
That's smart. And that's probably why I bet they would connect it from Orlando to Cocoa before they would. Why didn't I think of that? That's probably exactly why they're putting in the rail. It doesn't have anything to do with going to the beaches. It's about getting on cruise ships.
Yeah, it's cruise ships.
Flying into Orlando because you have a port in...
Tampa also.
You have a port in Tampa, a port in Cocoa Beach, and you also have ports in Miami.
Yeah.
Oh.
And all of them, because the line is already connecting.
I didn't think that.
No, that's why, if they can get these things down to being, I don't know, I would say a high-speed rail is probably just as safe as a car. So I was going to say, they make them a little safer, but I think they're pretty safe to begin with.
Yep.
They're just a little expensive right now for companies.
So where would you want your high-speed rail to go from? Would you want it to go from
I want to go from my front yard to my work.
So that's the first question of the day. Where do you want your high-speed rail to go from? Bridget says she wants it to connect from Austin to Dallas. I don't blame you. That'll get you to the airport, won't it, Bridget?
A lot of it has revolved around getting to a major airport. My word, could you... There's no little regional airports. We don't like this idea.
I'm sure there are people lobbying for that. But none of that really has to do with Disney, other than Walt Disney's big dream of like a society where things like that are easy. Now, let's talk about what our topic is tonight. And this is a really important topic. What is our topic?
Food.
It's not food.
Oh.
That is a really
You
important
said an important topic.
Okay.
And you say Disney, I see your food.
Yes, well, yes. So tonight we decided not to take on like our favorite things at Disney. We didn't want to talk about.
We're going to get into that one at some point, but this is a topic we've had kind of in the bag for a while, and we really just want to release it.
So, we are sponsored by Middle of the Magic Travel, and we are travel planners with Middle of the Magic Travel. And we book vacations. We've been doing it for almost 3 years now. And, about 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And so, and there are there's about 30 agents that work with Middle of the Magic Travel. And as travel agents or travel planners, we, often can become a little disappointed, maybe discouraged, because we often see people booking their own vacations versus booking through us. And I've often questioned, why is that? Why will people not book through a travel planner? So I've been doing a little bit of research, and I thought this would be a great show to talk about, your misconceptions or questions that you might have, or things that you're scared of booking with a travel planner or a travel agent. Now, we are, again, I'll say this, we specialize in Disney destinations. That's why we call ourselves travel planners. We're a little bit different than like a travel agency that's a full service travel agency and works with like booking flights and cars. And
I do want to clarify.
If you want to go to Canada, we can't really book that for you.
Well, I mean, if we can put you on a cruise, a Disney cruise or a Royal Caribbean cruise,
yes,
we can get you to Canada that way.
Yes.
We don't do just Disney. We do Disney, we do Universal, we do SeaWorld, we do
Sandals, beaches.
Sandals and beaches. We do Disney Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean Cruise Line.
Mm-hmm.
So there's we do more than just Disney.
Disney is our focus, though.
Disney is our
middle
first,
of the
first
magic
love,
travel.
First love.
Yes.
So, but I hear a lot of people whenever I'm talking to them, it's like, well, you know what, my vacations aren't going to be expensive enough as it is. I just can't get a travel planner.
Right.
I'm like, whoa, let me clue you on one little quick tip right there for you.
So, very first misconception, right? Very first misconception is that it's going to cost you money to use a travel planner. And
the misconception is that it is. And
unfortunately,
it doesn't. Fortunately, it is.
Yeah, we can't forget Hawaii.
Hawaii. Is that a place still? I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. So one of the things that people don't get is the fact that most travel planners, good travel planners, are paid off of a commission. We are paid whenever we take care of you. And Disney wants people like us, or Universal, Royal Caribbean, they all want people like us to be out there going, hey folks, let me tell you this great vacation, you need to go to it. And because of that, they pay us. The difference is you do not get it cheaper by going directly through the company. So if you were to contact Disney today, and you were to turn around and contact us today and ask for a quote, that price is going to be the same. Exact same. So effectively, Disney already charges you for a travel planner, whether you use one or you don't.
Yep. Well, most places do. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. There are travel agencies out there that absolutely 100% charge for things. There are travel agencies out there that will charge you if you make changes to your reservation.
Yep.
I
ran into one. I see a bridge up there saying we don't charge for quotes. I did run into an agency that charges for quotes at one point.
Yeah.
Here's $5 a quote. I was like, why?
Yeah, and honestly, people are just probably nickel and diming for their time. But again, we get paid a commission through Disney. Okay, so Wendy says, yes, I'm going to go ahead. But thank you, Wendy. I appreciate you saying that. She was totally surprised when our services were free and made our trip so much easier. Thank you so much. It is. It's absolutely 100% free. And here's something else. It doesn't cost, like Henry said, it doesn't cost more to use us as, even though we may be going through Disney, it doesn't cost more. The trip is not going to be automatically charged more for our commission. Like you said, the commission is already built in. Same with Royal Caribbean. Same with, all of them.
Everything that we book. And that's one of the reasons why these are the type of things that we do. Because we're travel planners. We're not travel agents.
Right.
As an agent, if we're turning around and taking care of your, say your flights don't have a commission typically built into it to begin with. So we may have to travel agencies, not us, because we don't do flights.
I don't know. I mean, I don't book flights. So I don't know.
Oh yeah. So they may have to charge more because of that. I don't know that answer. It's not something we deal with for that reason.
I don't know. They may not even charge for flights. I don't even know. But that's always the number one misconception out of the box. We've got to clear that up. And if you guys have questions as we go through this, the point of this is for you to ask the questions. And there are no questions that will hurt our feelings or, that's the teacher in me saying that. I say that to kids.
You say that all the time, don't you?
There's nothing that, we're not afraid to answer here because it's completely transparent. There's nothing secretive. There's no hidden charges to anything. We're going to tell you everything you need to know.
And you're nice and you don't make fun of people for their questions. I get to make fun of people.
Oh, now. That's not right. All right. So, I did some research and I got online. I was looking at misconceptions people might have for travel agents or myths, things like that.
Okay.
And one of the things that it says is people don't use travel agents anymore. And some of the data that I came across, and I don't have a source for my data, but it's just reading through some articles.
It was the internet.
Yep,
it is
it's
true.
The internet. So, but 87% of all cruises are booked through travel agents. 81% of tours and packages are booked through travel agents and 47% of hotels. So you're talking about our wheelhouse right there. Cruises, packages, and hotels.
Yep.
Of course, they're resorts when we talk about Disney and Universal.
Yep.
And sandals and beaches and all that. But this is what we do. We book these things for you. Another one is we don't offer the cheapest price. Well, I was reading this article and I thought it was really well said. Sometimes when I'm working on a quote, based on the information that the client or prospective client may have given me, I'm going to look for the best value for your dollar for your vacation versus the cheapest thing. Unless 100% you say to me, I got to go bottom line. Disney ain't cheap and I need to make it as, inexpensive as possible. Which we Disney, understand.
As I've been told recently, I need to go as Disney cheap as possible.
Yeah. So, you may not always, you may be able to get online and say, well, I found it for this. Well, I may have finagled something or I may have avoided some difficult situations within your vacation.
Correct.
Or, for example, we always try to add in an extra day for someone's vacation in the middle because we are Disney experts. We've done Disney a lot, and we know you need to rest. I need to rest on my vacation.
Boy, and I've talked about this before. Our very first trip that we went on as a family, it was just the three of us. Very first trip I gone on to Disney in probably close to 20 years. And all three of us hit our wall on a different day because we didn't have time to turn around and really we didn't plan in. That was back before we were planners. We didn't plan in that extra day. So days 1 and 2 we were all great, but 3, 4, and 5 someone else was tired each day, which meant it was a drag on everyone else. So, but I do know that there's sometimes that you can't. You go either I have to go as inexpensive as possible, or you know what, I can only get so many days off from work. I need to get down there. You know what, we're going to fly in Thursday night. We're going to be in the parks on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we've got to fly out Sunday night or early Monday morning to get us back.
Which is basically what I did over Thanksgiving, by the way.
Yes, you did.
It's totally possible. So, hey, let's take a little pause here. If you are watching in the show right now, and you're watching live, give us a thumbs up if you have actually used a travel planner. I'd like to know who out there has done that. And if you're watching on the replay, you're more than welcome to do that also. But, and we'd love your input. Wendy's been kind enough to give some input, and I'm grateful for that, because I think once you use a travel planner, you realize the value in having one. And then again, the value is you don't even have to pay for it.
Exactly.
It's pretty cool.
The other thing, I know one of the things that you've written down over there, and I'm sure you're going to get to at some point, but I'm going to jump ahead, is there are a lot of people that plan their own vacations, and I get that.
I did it for many years.
We did it for many years. The difference is the amount of time it takes to research the 4,000,000,001 things you need to know about at Disney, or Royal Caribbean, or Universal, or any of the rest of them. There's so many things, and those things are constantly changing. I will continue to use this as an excellent example of it. Is the Jedi Temple? Is that whenever we went 6-7 years ago, we were able to walk up at basically any time, and for about we walked up to the sign up area so that our oldest daughter could be a Jedi
Jedi training.
Yeah, do the Jedi Training Academy. And 3 hours later, it was available. Well, once the movie came out and everyone got hyped about Star Wars again, then it turned around and that area would be full for the day within the first 15 to 20 minutes of the day.
Oh, yeah. Especially on busy days.
Especially on the busy days. So, with that being said, those are things that we're constantly keeping up with and doing our best to be in the know beforehand. And that's why we've got all these different agents. All of our agents in our group, we talk all the time. There's probably 7, 8, 9 different threads going on, even with just the 30 of us. It's not a real big group. There's still 7 or 8, 9 different threads going on almost daily in our chat, in our Facebook group, that going, hey guys, anybody hear about this? Hey, I've heard about this. We got this going on. And we have several local agents down there, including our head agent and our boss. She's within 5 minutes of the park. And we're like, hey, we're hearing this. Can you go double check for us? And she'll run over there and find out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Go, hey guys, I'm reporting back that yes, that is what's going on now, and we need to be able to make changes to people's plans so that they know what's going on. So that's some of the things that a good small agency like this can turn around and do for you. So
now he spoke on sure you can people can plan their own vacations, and there is a bazillion things to know about planning a Disney vacation, and I used to do that for myself, for my family, for whoever, my friends. But truthfully, I loved doing it myself, and it's what made me a Disnerd. I was a Disnerd long before Disnerd's Life ever came to my brain to happen.
Sure.
I have been researching Disney about 15 years now.
Yeah.
Not just Disney parks, but just as a Disney fan, a Disney lover.
Yes.
It's just my thing. It was my hobby. I would read books. I'd listen to podcasts. You name it. I was always thinking and doing Disney. And then, of course, I was still, because I was raised on Disney, I was going to the parks. So my form of being able to plan a vacation on my own took hours and years of research.
Yes.
Hours and years. I mean, I was a stay-at-home mom for a while, and that's what I did. I read a lot about Disney and Disney history. So you can book a vacation on your own, like you said, but we save you tons of time in research.
Sure.
How many times do I go a year? Unfortunately, we all can't go every time, but I go.
One of the two of us is down there at least 4 times a year.
Yes. Yes.
She's made it down. Most of the time it's been her. There's been 1 or 2 trips in the future that's planned out for her that I'm going to be down there without her. Just doing more research.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I know, isn't that great? She just thinks we're going to save money next year.
oh, well, anyway, I had no idea he was going. Hey, that's cool. I'm glad.
Yep.
But we go down as often as we can just for quick trips to really for research. I mean, that's what we did for this past Thanksgiving.
That's your Thanksgiving. I mean, honestly, even our anniversary trip in October, we were doing some research down there. We're always trying out new things and new places, and in there just chatting and talking sometimes with the cast members to see what all's going on, what things are changing. Like, hey, why is it all of a sudden that the Jedi, a couple years ago, like, why is all of a sudden Jedi training counted me like fully booked all of a sudden? I'm like, well, there's this thing called a movie that came out. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. My bad.
So here's another thing. I think sometimes, and this may be the case for what I would call like big box agencies, where the Walmart of agencies, the Target of agencies, or whatever. And Costco, by the way, does have a travel planning group, and they can plan your Disney vacation. But let me tell you what happens when you book with like Costco.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I have a little to take care of.
Yes. When you book with Costco, they are probably going to give you some kind of incentive to book with them. But then they're going to book your trip, and it's kind of like, oh, what's that old show, the infomercial, Set It and Forget It? Well, they're going to book your trip, and they're going to be like, have fun. And then when you book with us, you're going to be able to basically have an open form of communication. I mean, we kind of try to keep it between 9 and 6, but you can email at any time and ask questions, and we're going to get back to you within 24 hours or so with your answers. We're your personal concierge planner. I mean, you can't find that in a lot of places. Somebody who's going to answer those questions that you ask almost immediately to help you through your planning process. A lot of times those questions come within the last 2 weeks before you go, which is fun. I love answering those questions. But yeah, I mean, there's this real value out there that that really it's just completely free, and it's worth it. And I understand. Listen, planning a Disney vacation, part of the fun is planning it, and you work as much with me as you want to. I can just be your answer person, or I can be your do everything person. Whatever it is that you need for your personal vacation. So travel planning is really more about working with a client and doing what's best for their needs. It's truly personalized. I'm trying to think. I was just sort of looking through my notes. I honestly, I don't have a whole lot. I was really hoping some people would have questions for us. We've already talked about how we get paid. That's always a number one question. I like to say, and I know this is kind of vague, but I like to say Disney takes care of me so I can take care of you. But there is a percentage commission that's built into the price of your vacation.
Yeah.
Whether you book it on Disney Online yourself or you book it with me, which is Disney Online, by the way. Handling of money. I mean, here's some details. I was just working with a lady last weekend. I went to her house and I answered some questions for her, and she said, okay, now do I pay you and then you pay Disney? No, that's not how it works. I never handle your money in a sense of I process your payment for you. That's all I do. Yeah. So you're not giving me any money in head.
And technically even processing is not even correct. We just input it into Disney's website. So it doesn't go through our agency and then the agency goes on or anything like that. It is processed through Disney.
Okay. He's the retail guy here.
Sorry.
He can answer these. That's more of
the business side of things.
Yeah. So Wendy says that our expertise were invaluable. I don't like travel planning. And you saved me tons of stress. Thank you. That's the goal right there, is to save people from being stressed about their vacation. Disney is overwhelming and has lots and lots to it. And I'm telling you, those have never been, you don't even know how much you need to plan.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, and part of the reason why we got into it was that, and I still hear this
yeah.
day, is I had, at my former job, I had a good friend of mine went on her trip. Her parents went, her and her husband went, and their daughter went. It was a multi-generation trip. There's the 5 of them went down, got back, and they said, we're never going back. And I went...
Which always hurts my heart.
I went, wait, what? What the heck happened? And they said, we got there and just stood in line for 2-3 hours at a time. I couldn't find anything. It was better, and just was upset. I went, well, what kind of plan did you walk in with? And this is way before I even thought about being Disney. This is before Rita and I were together, and I even had like Disney flowing through my blood at that point. So it was like, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I always heard Disney was a lot of fun. And then, later on, whenever Rita and I got together and we went on Disney, I was like, well, I'd heard this. I had some friends that went down. They said that it stood in line for hours at a time. And Rita went, no, not if you're playing it correctly. You don't. But that's the one thing that a lot of people don't know. You get down there and you go, oh my goodness, And some of the times is like, if you haven't been in 20 years ago, you may have not needed a plan as much.
Oh, that's true.
20 years ago, 30 years ago, if that was the last time you went, you could literally walk in the day of and go, all right, let's go ride all the rides.
Well, when we were kids, I'm sure my mother had some kind of plan because she's a planner. But, you didn't have to have the same kind of plan. And that's part of what I do as a travel planner is I put together a daily itinerary for you. When I say daily itinerary, I mean like... again, completely transparent here, guys. I use a website called touringplans.com that I pay with my own money a subscription to that helps me put together an itinerary of be at this attraction at this time because based on their research, and their research has been wrong from time to time, but based on their research, which by the way, they've been recognized in popular science, and any of my friends who are nerds like me understand how cool that is. But
I wish I was recognized in popular science.
I want to be recognized in popular science as a math teacher. That would be really cool.
That would be awesome.
So
what I do as a comic book guy.
I guess that'd be cool.
It would be cool. I don't know how I'd do it, but it'd be cool.
So popular science recognizes touringplans.com, and so it's not just some sort of random
fly-by-night company. Oh,
not even. And I put together these itineraries for you, and I even work around to try to keep all the attractions in the same place as best. Anyway, point is it keeps you in an order to ride attractions. And hey, a lot of people don't like plans when they go to Disney.
You're absolutely right.
And you can go without a plan, and I can give you some small guidance. You just, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah,
just plan to go back.
Here's the thing with it that I tell a lot of people when I'm talking to them, especially as potential clients of ours, is that I will do as much or as little as you need.
Yeah.
If you're one of those people that cannot stand the idea of someone else planning your day, then what we'll do is we'll turn around and we'll go, hey, here are some good pointers for your day. You want to plan it? Great. Here are things that I recommend. Do you have a fast pass for Peter Pan? A, do you want to ride Peter Pan? The answer is yes. Cool. Do you have a fast pass? The answer is yes. Great. You're good to go. The answer is no. You need to be on Peter Pan early in the morning. And I mean early in the morning, it's kind of one of those of, oh, look, the rope just came down and we're all heading back that way. And really that question really kind of sits at is either Peter Pan or Seven Dwarfs.
Right.
You get a fast pass for one of them. You catch the other one very first thing in the morning.
Right.
There you go. So if you want to plan your day, that's great. We'll happily try and give you all the pointers we can without giving you a full, layout. Or you turn around and you go, I want you to tell me when to wake up and when to go to bed.
I even had a couple.
I don't even want to go normally that far, but sure.
I had a couple who even asked me to kind of tell them when they need to have their snacks, and I was like, okay. I was like, I can do that.
Yeah.
So
put a snack time in for me. Listen, folks. I need to eat something about every 2.5 to 3 hours. I want you to tell me where to eat at, even. So that I'm not having to try to figure that part of it out.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's a really cool experience being able to use a travel planner. And again, you use us as much as you want to use us. And again, I think Personally, to get excited about a Disney trip, I think you should get on the internet, and I think you should research things, and I think you should come back and ask me questions and get it from my point of view too. So, I mean, anyway, so here's something that we do as travel planners. You're always going to get a welcome email from us thanking you for booking travel, and then we're going to give you some recommendations on booking dining, and then you're going to tell us what you want for your dining. And then we're going to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and we're going to book the dining for you. You don't have to do that ever. That's all us.
Sure.
If you've got young kids and or you are getting kids ready for work or whatever,
kids ready for work.
You're getting your kids ready while you're getting ready for work. We take care of that for you.
Yes.
Okay. And then it's going to be a little quiet from us for a while after we book your dining, because that's booked 180 days out. Then you're going to kind of, we'll probably answer some of your questions, and we've got sort of a little timeline for you. And then we're going to send you recommendations for fast passes. You're going to pick your fast passes, and then we're going to get up at 7 a.m., 60 days out, and we're going to book your fast passes for you. He's usually the fast pass guy because I'm usually getting ready for work at that point.
Very true. She does the dining. I do the fast passes.
Yeah. This is why we're a team.
That's right. The dining time period, that's when breakfast is being cooked. The fast pass time period, that's whenever she's getting ready for work.
Yeah.
So,
we do that for you, and then we help you with your Magic Band colors. We put together a complete package for you that gives you every bit of information you need to know about travel, getting from point A to point B. Our snack recommendations. Oh my gosh, if we are not experts at this point with Disney food,
we're not experts yet. There's a lot of food I have not eaten yet, and I intend to eat it all. Thank you.
We're going to continue working on that.
We're continuing to work on that. Like I said, I thought we had an exciting topic today. We're going to talk about food. I hear the little feet again.
Yeah, I saw her running through the hallway. So we're experts, or working to be experts on Disney food. We have quick service dining recommendations. We have directions on how to add fast passes. After you've used the 3 fast passes, I'm just going through my list of things. We give you a tip sheet on your resort that you're staying at, things to do with your free time. I mean, the list goes on and on about all the things that we recommend for you, instead of you having to go out there and spend hours and hours researching it yourself. So, anyway, that's what we do. And again, completely 100% free. Please, 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 if you're watching right now, I rarely just ask for people to ask me questions, but I would love for you to ask your questions so that we can answer them. And of course, if you're watching this on the replay,
ask the questions then too, and we'll happily turn around and work on that.
Yes, we will be glad to answer those questions for you. So what you really need to do is make sure that you book.
I hear it too. I'm gonna go find one.
Yeah, we book with a travel agent in Middle of the Magic Travel, because you're going to get some of the best service that you can absolutely get when it comes to planning your Disney travel. We have one that's struggling to go to bed right now.
School in the morning is going to be fun.
What I love about our company is that we don't have an answer for my client. I have a base of others. Oh, yes, absolutely. I misunderstood. Yeah. If you don't have an answer, then we have people that we can go to and we talk with. That's what our small group of travel agents do, is we just sit and we chat, and we need to answer questions that we don't have the answers to. And it happens. It comes up. There's a lot of things out there at Disney that are, I won't be the first person to stay in the new Grand Destino Resort. I have no doubt. I hope somebody else in the agency will be. And then they'll be able to answer my questions. So, it says, do y'all know about military accommodations too? Jamie, absolutely. Have lots of experience in military. Henry and I are both children of retired military. So actually we were just having a discussion about that at lunch today with my father-in-law. And Walt Disney World offers a deep discount on their resort stay, and then there's a deep discounted ticket that you have to purchase through through the base, one of the bases. And there's also an off-site property called Shades of Green, which we cannot book for you. And I'll be completely honest with you, Shades of Green's great. We've stayed there. And the thing is with the deep discount and the amenities that you get at a Disney resort, you really are coming out close to the same price. So if you're trying to debate on whether or not to stay at Shades of Green or stay on Disney property with that military discount, I would recommend the Disney property with the military discount.
There are pros and cons to both spots of them. One of the things I do like about Shades is the room size. Their rooms, especially if you're taking, for us, when we stayed there, we took 16 people. We did not keep 16 people in one room, but we did keep.
We had 3 rooms.
We had 3 rooms, in there. No, we didn't have 16. We couldn't have then. I think we had 14 people. But we had multiple people staying, Well,
we had 5
large enough rooms for all of that. Also, if you are going down and you're a military person and golf is your reason for being at Disney, Shades of Green's not a bad idea because you're right there next to 3 of the 4 golf courses, like literally in the parking lot. So, there are some pros to it, but price-wise...
There are way more pros to staying on Disney property, though. But anyway, contact us, Jamie, and we'll talk about that. Because, again, you do get a really deep discount at the resorts with the military ID.
The military is the one group that Disney loves more than any other group out there. Mm-hmm. They take care of the military.
Yeah, because you want to get the dining plan, and the Disney dining plan is awesome, and so you definitely you have to stay on property to get that.
That's true. So
yeah,
one thing we did learn just recently, probably I said recently, a couple years ago, is that your military discount is good for 355 days out of the year. There's about 10 days every year that's not good, and that's basically Christmas through New Year's.
How many days are in a year?
365. So I subtracted 10 off of it.
Don't tell anybody I'm a math teacher.
I won't. You're an English teacher, I promise.
Oh my word! I don't know what's wrong with me.
I'm gonna make you an arts teacher soon.
I'm really an intelligent human being.
Yes,
I wish
yes,
that wasn't.
you are.
I really wish that wasn't out there.
Yes, you are an extremely intelligent human being who is very tired right now. So
we work really hard.
Yes,
we're hard workers, and we believe in what we do, and we love what we do. I absolutely love helping people plan their Disney vacations. I've experienced going to Disney for, easily 20 years as an adult without, my parent. I mean, we go with our family a lot, but,
yes.
Not as a guest of my parents. And
no, our parents are guests of ours because they want to know how to make their life easier when they get there.
Yes, that's the truth. But, I don't know. I just absolutely love planning people's vacations. I love knowing that they're going to go down there and they're going to have a good time and they're going to enjoy their time with their family.
Yeah.
It brings me quite pleasure. Suzanne. My cousin. Thank you, Suzanne. Hey, Suzanne, I was up in Johnson City Bluff City, technically, this past weekend. And I was kind of close to you.
You're on the wrong side of the mountain range.
Yes, but I was kind of close. I was close to Elizabethton or whatever it's called.
Y'all have a trip coming up soon, don't you?
Yeah, Suzanne, we got a trip coming up. So Suzanne and I are taking the girls for a girls' trip this summer. It's going to be pretty awesome.
I'm going to let my hair grow up for that trip.
Oh, you are? Oh, so you can go. Henry wants to go on our girls' trip.
Nah.
You sure?
I think of all the work I can get done with everyone gone for a week.
Oh, that's right. We'll all be gone.
You'll all be gone.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
my goodness.
unusual. So I guess that's really about it. If you have any questions, please email us at disnerdlife@gmail.com.
You can post questions down here
yeah.
on the bottom of this, wherever you're at. Whether you're seeing this here, you're seeing it over on YouTube, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, turn around and just post a question down the bottom of it. We'll be happy to get you an answer back. Yeah, so.
And we always say this. If you feel like we would not be a good fit for you and your vacation, there are 29 other agents at Middle of the Magic Travel. Contact Middle of the Magic Travel. Tell them you heard about it from Disney's Life, and find an agent that you think would be good for you.
That's right.
Because again, there's 29 other agents who will do just as great service to you as we will. So with that said, there is one other thing I want to add.
Oh, where'd my phone go? I have trivia for you.
Oh, well, I want to talk about Mom's Day in the Park. Mom's Day in the Park is coming up quickly, and it's February 28th through March 2nd, I think. And this is a great way for you and your girlfriends to get together and go to Disney cheap. And I do mean that. The prices are really great. You can split a room with 4 other ladies at Pop Century, which is a value resort. And you're talking about going to Disney with a ticket for a minimal price. And when I say minimal, when I book a vacation for a family, I was just quoting one, and I was really shocked because it was a family of 4, right?
Yeah.
Basically all adults. And I was able to book something for around $2,600 for that. And you think about taking your family and it costing you $3,000, $4,000, whatever, $5,000, $6,000, and you can keep going up and up. This Mom's Day in the Park weekend, if you go with 3 other ladies, it's going to cost you, food and all. We're talking like maybe $500. So it's a great opportunity. If you need some answers about that, please contact me. We would love for you to go on that trip. Disney's Life will be there, being part of the host and the trivia and bringing some of the fun.
Half of Disney's Life will be there.
Yes, half of Disney's Life. So please contact us and ask about that. I really wish more ladies were going because I can't even begin to tell you how much fun Disney is with your lady friends. All right. You ready?
Yep. I got a question for you. It's revolving around Space Mountain.
Oh, okay.
All right. 1977 when it opened.
Okay.
Had a couple of celebrities join the opening of it.
Mickey Mouse.
Some other celebrities. Can you tell me their profession?
Well, one's going to have to be an astronaut.
And do you happen to know any of the people that might have been there?
Well, Buzz Aldrin was at the one at Epcot, so was he at the one?
Buzz did not come, but you were correct on astronauts.
Okay. Are they all astronauts?
Yep. Scott Carpenter, Gordon Cooper, and Jim Irvin.
Okay, I wouldn't have known any of those.
You wouldn't have known the names.
Well,
that's why I didn't ask you the names.
I happen to know Gordon Cooper, but that's because I watched From the Earth to the Moon, the series that was on HBO. And I should have known all of their names, but I just happen to remember that because they called him Gordo.
Oh, true. So here's another one that I know you'll know.
You think I know?
I'm pretty positive you know.
Okay.
So, what was the name of the Imagineer whose ghost haunts a haunted mansion? They say goodnight to it every night.
Master Gracie?
No.
Wait.
I thought you knew that one.
Whoa.
An imagine.
Hold on, read the question again.
Okay.
Because it bothers me.
What was the name of the Imagineer whose ghost haunts the haunted mansion?
Ex Extensio? Mark Davis?
No. And I don't know his last name. I gotta go find his last name. George. He died while they were building the haunted mansion. And to this day, when they turn the ride off, they say goodnight.
Goodnight, George.
Yeah, they say goodnight, George.
I didn't know it was
It's for an Imagineer who passed away while they were building it.
I wonder who it was.
I'll have to go look up the last name to it.
Wasn't George McGinnis, because he just passed away recently. Which, by the way, I'm going to seal, if I haven't already, the whole Disnerd thing. I used to be in a Yahoo discussion group that was for the Horizons ride that's now extinct at Epcot. And the Imagineer that was a part of that, of building that ride, was in that group. It was really cool.
A Yahoo discussion group.
Yeah, I guess that's what it was called. It's a Yahoo group. I don't know.
Is that back like whenever they had dial-up?
Probably. Anyway. Oh, somebody's car alarm's going off. Well, with that said, we're going to leave you guys tonight. We will be back next Sunday. And I just want to go ahead and give you a heads up. We will miss 2 Sundays in December because of the holidays. One is on the 23rd, and the other one would be on
16th.
Are we going to miss the 16th also?
Yeah, we have a choir performance that night.
Oh, we do. So we have a lot during December's a tough time for us. So we will try to get out there and put some videos and stuff out for you, but our live shows are going to be are less. So prepare for that.
We will miss you all while we are not live, but we will see you all shortly after that.
So that said, please share out with your friends that Middle of the Magic Travel is the best travel agency, and book with Rita and Henry Flood, or find somebody else at Middle of the Magic Travel to help you out. disnerdslife@gmail.com is where you can reach us, and of course you can PM us on Facebook. So with that said, have a fantastic week, and we will see you next week at 9 o'clock.
Walt Disney World time. See you
See
guys.
you later.